Right now, WUSA 9's Weather Watch team is tracking Hurricane Ian. Ian is taking aim and Florida is bracing. This is Fort Myers. It's an area in the southwest between the Keys and Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that hurricane is now a Category 3 and expected to get stronger over the next few hours. Meteorologist Caitlin McGrath is here now with more on that track and the timing for us. Hey, Caitlin.
Hey there, guys. And that Fort Myers camera going to look very different come this time tomorrow, because now the center of the storm tracking away from Tampa and closer to Fort Myers. Right now you're looking at radar imagery of Hurricane Ian, and this is a really healthy looking major hurricane. Still a Category 3, but strengthening winds right now at 120 miles per hour. Forecast to become a Category 4 hurricane later tonight or early tomorrow morning prior to landfall, which has been moved up. The National Hurricane Center has been hinting at an earlier landfall throughout the day, and now they have the storm making landfall by tomorrow afternoon, early evening. But we have been already been seeing the impacts of Hurricane Ian throughout the day today. Those outer convective bands continuing to move through parts of South Florida. We've already seen a number of tornado warnings through parts of Southwest Florida, and you can see the heavy rain has already begun with the storm still miles away. So let's show you the latest track. Again, this is the 5 p.m. advisory, and the National Hurricane Center still strengthening Ian into a major Category 4 hurricane prior to landfall. But notice this is Wednesday 2 p.m. They have the storm just off to the west of Fort Myers, making landfall by Wednesday evening as a major Category 4 hurricane. We're going to talk more about categories coming up in just a minute. But notice by Thursday morning, approaching Tampa still as a Category 1 hurricane. Really impressive to maintain that hurricane strength even once it moves over land. It's really not until Friday morning that the storm will continue to weaken down into a tropical storm sitting just to the south of Jacksonville. So this is a really significant storm for so much of the state of Florida, and we say it all the time. Storms still about 24 hours away from landfall. This track can change anywhere within this cone of concern. Needs to be prepared now. So make sure you're checking in with loved ones. If you have property in Florida, you need to be prepared already, but there is still a little bit of time. The storm continues to push off to the north into parts of Georgia by Friday afternoon. Still a tropical storm. It's going to hug just close enough to the Atlantic Ocean to pull in enough energy to maintain that strength as we head through the end of the week and into the weekend, eventually turning into an area of low pressure, the remnants of Ian, as we head through Saturday afternoon, working its way through parts of South Carolina. But we've seen those tropical storm warnings get extended up into South Carolina, where you see that shading of pink down into Georgia. Those are tropical storm watches. The hurricane warnings, the area shaded there in red, also expanded for parts of Florida. Now, coming up in just a little bit, we're going to talk more about the impacts of Ian on parts of Florida. But again, we want to talk more about the hurricane category, because that really only is one part of the equation. Noah Pransky joins us now with more.
Even if you don't meet the eye of a hurricane, tropical storm force winds are nothing to mess around with. This is what Clearwater Beach felt during Hurricane Irma. Sustained winds from 39 to 73 miles per hour, gusts over 100. You want to be careful of flying debris and downed power lines. At 74 miles per hour, you're dealing with a Category 1, like most of Tampa Bay did during Hurricane Irma. Well-constructed homes could see damages to roof and vinyl siding. Extensive tree damages pose an additional risk to you, your home, and your car. Your screen exclosure could come tumbling down, and the power grid should see major disruptions. Storm surge is also possible, turning streets into rivers. At 96 miles per hour, you've got a Cat 2 like Hurricane Francis, which hit near West Palm Beach. When the wind gets this intense, cosmetic damage is the least of your worries. Falling trees and flying debris become the deadliest threats to both you and your home. Tree branches become projectiles. If a window or a door gets blown out of an older home, the winds can rush inside and blow the roof right off. You can also expect significant storm surge in some places, enough to put some of Florida's coastal cities underwater. At 111 miles per hour, you've got a major Category 3 hurricane, like when Katrina hit New Orleans. Mobile homes don't stand a chance, and older homes without a roof could collapse in upon themselves. Even newer construction is now at risk, especially siding, doors, and roofs. 130 miles per hour marks a Category 4 storm like Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico or Charlie in Southwest Florida. Blown open doors and smashed windows can lead to even new homes failing. power poles will be uprooted, snapped, or downed. And even if your home survives the wind, deadly storm surge can leave it uninhabitable. Not only will there be no water or power, but you may not have access to the area for a while. And if a storm produces sustained winds of 157 miles per hour, it becomes a Category 5, like Hurricane Andrew in 1992. Catastrophic damage is guaranteed, with total destruction in some places. The area will likely be uninhabitable for months. The good news is the eye of a hurricane packing these most powerful winds is usually localized. But the bad news is in a major hurricane, even if you dodge the eye, damaging winds can extend hundreds of miles in all directions.
Great reminders there, but again, keep in mind the category, just one factor of how impactful a storm can be. Think back to Fiona. It was just a Category 1, and we saw the devastation there.
It was significant, Caitlin. All right, thank you for that. And you know what? You can stay up to date on Hurricane Ian and severe weather in our area with our WUSA 9 app. You've got your phone in your hand, so point the camera at the QR code on your screen, and we'll send a link to download it.